The Senate's antitrust subcommittee is threatening to subpoena Google CEO Larry Page and Chairman Eric Schmidt to testify over the search giant's business practices. For more on this developing story, we are joined right now by Bloomberg's Sara Forden. She is live from Washington. Sara, is Google getting too cool for school, so to speak?
Well, you know, Google is the darling of the internet economy, and for years the government has consciously kind of kept its hands off in order to allow this company to grow. And now here we have it. It has 66% of the search market on the internet, and there are increasing calls to really look at how it's handling its business, whether it really is an open, fair search engine. And so Senator Cole announced his agenda in March for his antitrust committee, and he put Google as a top priority on that list.
So if the company is officially subpoenaed, I mean, how could this change the effect of the public on Google?
Well, there's a lot of jockeying now going back and forth between Google and the subcommittee. Obviously, the subcommittee wants one of the top two executives there. They want to hear about, you know, the heart and mind of this company and what its strategy is and where it's going. At the same time, Google is, proposing its chief legal officer, David Drummond, who they say has all the expertise and a full, broad view of the company, its legal practices, its business practices, and its M&A. Obviously, it's not going to be a positive start to a hearing if they have to be hauled in by subpoena.
Sara, how much scrutiny is it going to take for Google to change the way it does business, for it to change its business practices?
Well, in some senses, Google's already changing some things. They are unwinding exclusive advertising contracts that started out back in the beginning of the company. They have said they're opening those up. But on the other hand, it's a very powerful company. It has its hands in many pots. It doesn't really appreciate having scrutiny from Washington, although Eric Schmidt has said, his mission now is to better explain to people how its search engine works, how its business works.
So, Sara, I mean, are you just going to see Eric Schmidt even more in D.C. than he usually is? Is Larry Page going to get dragged down there? I mean, what is this going to mean for their schedules?
Well, Eric Schmidt has said that he wants to be spending more time talking to regulators. When he handed over the reins to Larry Page and moved up to chairman, that was one of the things he said he was going to be spending his time on. At the same time, apparently in these negotiations with the subcommittee, they're both too busy to come to Washington, and so the committee is definitely frustrated about that.
Frustrated, understood. Sara, thanks so much for joining us there from D.C. on this developing story about Google's business practices.